Hello. It has been a while. I not even recently, that was like 2 weeks ago. I went on vacation to go visit some family in England. And so I was gone for a full week. And then I got back, and then we had a bunch of stuff to do. And all of this like stuff to put away. I did a lot of shopping. um, and so I'm like, okay, this weekend I'll finally get back into the groove of things. I have Friday off. Today's Friday, April 3rd. It's Good Friday. Our work gave us the day off, and honestly, it came just in time. I needed a day off to fully reset. So my plan is for today, it's gonna be like a full get everything done that I want to day off. Because tomorrow is like thunderstorming, raining, and I just want to be cozy inside all day and not move. So today I'm going to the gym right now. Be proud of me. Yes, I'm going to the gym. And then later I'm going to the fashion district with my mom. Fashion district, or it's just I'm going downtown, Irving-ish, with my mom to like a big fabric store because I'm still making quilts and we need fabric, and honestly Michaels and Hobby Lobby are not cutting it anymore now that we don't have Joann's. And so we're having to get like fabric that isn't our favorite, and we wanted to see what the other options were so that we could do that. Also, while I'm talking, I need to eat some food before I go to the gym. These are Bobos, the coconut oatmeal bars, top tier. They're really dense, so like it's really good for me to have it before I go to the gym. Okay, continue to-do list. I'm gonna go to the gym this morning, and then we're gonna go to the fabric store. I'm gonna get a bunch of stuff for my new quilt. I'll put a picture on the screen of like the imagery of what I'm going for. It's called a Gertrude pattern. I obviously can never do a simple quilt other than the first time I do it, so make it as difficult as possible. But I'm really excited about this one. I even got some fabric when we were in England, from this store called Liberties. They have like all of these amazing patterns, and if I show you a picture, you've probably seen something kind of similar. But they're really famous for like their really nice patterns. Um, so going to do that, and then going to come back, and I got like 12 books when I was in England. So, because I went to Waterstones, because Waterstones was flipping awesome. Um, so did that, and now I bought a lot of books in the last 7 to 8 months, and I kind of have no place to put them. So we are going to be redoing the bookshelf. Am I crazy? Yes. Is this going to end in tears and be like, why did I start this? Probably. But it needs to be done because it's actually horrendous to look at right now, and I want I want to clear some space up again. So so I can buy more books, because I can't buy more books until I have some place to put these books. So that is kind of where I'm at. So we're going to do that, and then obviously just like rest. Yeah. Yeah, after that, it's Good Friday, so we're not eating any meat. So we're going to pick up this place called Fish. I think that's the name. But yeah, and then just chilling and relaxing. But yeah, I thought I'd take you guys along with me for like the beginning or middle portion of the day, and then rest in the afternoon so we could catch up. It's been a while. I have been just like going, and I've been like trying to like get re-regulated again for the weeks on the weekend. So just like chill, like trying to relax. And I feel like this weekend is like finally giving me the opportunity to do so. Like Friday will be me doing all the stuff I really want to do. Saturday will be resting, and Sunday will be my resetting. And that really makes me feel like, oh, I can feel like I can relax now because I have enough time to relax. um, God, I wish 3-day weeks should be mandatory always. 3-day weekends. My life would change. My life would change if I had that option. But okay, let me finish eating my bobo. I'm gonna hop into the gym, gonna put some tunes on. I don't think I'm gonna read. I think I'm gonna listen to my podcast, but I'll check in with you guys after. Okay, workout is finished. I worked out for an hour, listened to a podcast, and scrolled TikTok while I was on the treadmill. So all in all, very productive, very happy with myself. Feel like I'm ready and prepared for the day. I like going to the gym. It's just the act of like waking up early. I could most definitely, and this is something I do to myself, I could most definitely leave later and go later, like on a Saturday. But I feel like I need to get everything done in the morning so that I can rest in the afternoon on Saturdays. So then I wake up super early, like 7 a.m. Well, it's just super early, but I wake up at like 7 a.m. to go to the gym to be back by 8:30. So that's definitely on me. But next is H2O. I decided I'm going to treat myself to a good caffeinated, highly sugar drink. So I'm going to go get that, and I'm going to see if anyone in my family wants that too. And then it will be full fix this to be able to go places. Ray is such a good artist. Okay, officially changed. We're supposed to go pick up one of my mom's friends like at 9:30, and it's 9:08. So I have a good amount of time, but I do want to be able to eat something before we go. So, just doing some skincare now. I am so tired and so happy I have a day off. Like I mentioned this morning, like getting that additional day to be like, okay, I can get a bunch of things done today. We'll see how much I get to, honestly. I might start fading, but I think I'm gonna do well. I also thought this would be a good time to chit chat about some of the books that I've been reading recently. So I've been in between a new fantasy kick and a new romance kick. So I started off last month with like a lot of fantasy novels. I love a good Nora Roberts fantasy novel. It's very lengthy and very descriptive, but I like that sometimes in a fantasy novel. And so I had some fun time reading one of those. It's called Becoming by Nora Roberts. And so I read that, and then I got halfway through the second one. And it's not that I got bored. I think I just wanted a little bit more of a faster paced book. And so I switched to a book that wasn't faster paced, but I do really want to read it. I just only got through like a third, but I'm going to go back to it eventually. It was The Assassin's Apprentice, Robin Hobb. I heard great things about that fantasy series. I think it's very much up my alley. I was very much liking reading it, but I was like, this is going to take me a century to get through just because of how descriptive everything is. And I don't have long periods of time just to sit and read anymore. That's fine. Like if I'm on vacation and you give me this book, I will get through it. No problem. That was like, I started The Becoming when I was in England and I finished it like within 2 to 3 days. That's fine. But the second one, when I'm home, I only have 1.5 hour spurts at the night, and then I get tired because it's so descriptive, and it's a whole thing. But right now, I'm back in my romance era. It's been so long. I don't know what was happening. I think I got really burnt out from romance books. They just weren't exciting me anymore. The content just wasn't hitting. I just felt like I was reading books that just weren't getting me. And my goal this year is to read quality books. Not read as many books as I can, but quality books. And so I found some on Kindle Unlimited. I know, I was saying quality books and I was going on Kindle Unlimited. There are a lot of good quality books on Kindle Unlimited, but I had a hard time with them before I went on my little romance book break. But now I went back and I read Not Another Love Song and God, what was the first one? In Bloom something. It was the flower one she also wrote by Julie Soto. Julie Soto? Yeah. I actually really enjoyed them. They were like good breaks. I was laughing. I was like, I haven't had that in like a book series in a bit. And so I very much enjoyed that. And I feel like I think I'm gonna lean into some more fantasy again. I really was liking it. I would say a fourth way from finishing Deathly Hallows by the Harry Potter book. So I think I'm gonna do that for like the weekend to read, because did you see everything? Also, let me gush about the adaptation. I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer for the Harry Potter series. I just know from the months of November to December, I'm going to become a horrible emotional state of a human being. I don't know what I'm going to do, because first we're starting off with Sunrise on the Reaping. Look back in my channel, guys. That book broke me emotionally. I'll never be the same. Not to be dramatic, but that book broke me. I'll never be the same. And so it's really exciting for the movie to be coming out, because I was obsessed with the casting when they were dropping all the like announcing it like they were tributes on TikTok. It was amazing. But now I'm like, I've got to sit there. It's almost worse having read the book, because you know exactly what it's going to be going into it. And you know the emotional pain that's going to be coming from the film. And so I'm so excited. All the trailers and stills that we've been getting from it look really interesting, but I know that's going to be tough. And then they decided to announce they're also dropping Harry Potter in December. I was like, also perfect timing. I love watching Harry Potter movies in December, because it just kind of gives holiday vibes sometimes. But I'm so scared. I think scared is the perfect thing to state for this. I'm kind of scared like how that's gonna go. I think it's gonna be very good. And I know I'm gonna sob, just because I actually didn't grow up on the movies. When they initially came out, I was a bit young, and then as I got older, I was never really into mainstream books. And so I didn't read Harry Potter till I was like in high school. And same thing with like Percy Jackson. I didn't read any of that until I was in high school. And so I came onto the movies and books really late. But it was very formative for me in those times, because I love a good world building. There's just something about it. One of my favorite, one I was brought up on was Narnia. Those books, they were read to me. Honestly, this is like my origin story of being a reader. I need to like start going. But my origin story is that I was like in kindergarten, and my kindergarten teacher, no, first grade. My first grade teacher, amazing, loved her. And she read us all of the Narnia books. Like, read it to us, and then we watched the original movies on VCR in our, this also is showing my age. If anyone says I'm not, like, a person between Gen Z and, like, the age of when all the 90s kids had stuff, I watched stuff on VCR up until high school. So, please let this be some sort of, like, understanding of where I'm living in between. But I watched all of those movies and read all those books. It was all read to me at such a young age. And then when the new ones came out, I watched all of those. I remember so vividly going to go see Voyage of the Dawn Treader, the last one they made, in theaters. I think I saw it like twice. It was so visceral for me in that book series, and it just, all of it is like so deep in my soul. And so seeing, one, it's getting remade. Scared, but so excited, because they're starting from the beginning. Okay, back to the original topic. Harry Potter. Very, very excited about that one. Know it's gonna break me, but I think the casting was really good. I think there's definitely some things in the original films that can be like filled out a little bit more. And so I'm very excited to see how that's going to look in this one. So I've got a lot of faith, but I know it's going to break me emotionally. It's going to be very tough for me to watch. So very excited for that. And then let's bring up some lore. I watched Avengers Infinity War in theaters. I've been an Avengers girly since as long as I can remember, really. Those movies, everything has been like so deep in me. And I watched Infinity Wars in the theater when everyone, spoiler, snapped. I literally couldn't feel my legs as I was walking out of that theater. My family was truly worried for me. I was uncontrollably sobbing. Like, uncontrollably sobbing. And then I finished Endgame uncontrollably sobbing, as I should. But it was just a lot. And so I truly, if that doesn't say anything about how much I love the Avengers films, they went like a good 2-3 years where I'm like, it was a lot of flops, except for like the Spider-Man movies and like the WandaVision TV shows and stuff like that. It was pretty much flops. But now we're back and we're going into Avengers Doomsday, which is also coming out in December. Can you see how I don't, and then there's just too much. There's too much good films. There's too many good TV shows and everything dropping this year that I feel like I'm just like, give me a damn minute. I feel like that's going to be too much in 1 month span, but we're going to see how I handle that. So, yeah. I don't really know where I started off. But, yeah. Very excited about all of those things, but also, like, emotionally, very stressful. So we're going to see how that goes. But this is just the fangirl in me. I'm such a massive fangirl. Like, I've been this way since I was, like, so young. I have my Pinterest. I've talked about this before. I've got to give you guys a deep dive on my Pinterest. It is truly the curation of who I am as a person. I have an anything. It's literally a Pinterest board called Anything. And I can track it back to when I was in middle school, like 6th grade. All of those posts from every TV show, everything I ever watched, fangirl-wise, up until, like, I would say, like, freshman in college. I can track everything in there. And that's, like, truly, it's so interesting sometimes to go back and look at them, because I was like, God, I was really obsessed with this stuff. But it's also, like, really fun. There's something so enjoyable about being a fangirl and, like, really diving into, like, understanding. I'm like, who are these actors? What's the story behind it? We'll come back to this topic later. Oh my God, my voice is going. We'll come back to this topic later. I have got to go. It's time to go fabric shopping. Yay! Yeah. I'm back. We were out shopping for a while. So I showed you like one clip of one of the fabric warehouses we went to around Harry Hines. But we went to like 3 or 4 more shops. And I've had a few nice ones that I liked, but I picked up one that I really liked and I was like, I'm gonna focus on that one specifically. And then I decided I'd figure out the fabric I really wanted. So everything around Harry Hines was really nice, but I think I decided I wanted to focus on like what I wanted like color wise first, and then go back or find different places to go to, because I had an idea, because I got this really nice fabric from Liberty's. It's like an old store in London. It's really nice. It's not just an old store, but it's like one of the oldest like department stores in London, and it's really nice. And I wanted to focus more on like reds and pinks for this one, and so I needed to just think out what that was gonna look like. So I'm gonna do that, and then I also am now going to, I got some food, feel rested, still tired, but I'm gonna push through, and I'm gonna do my bookshelves now. I think the organization I'm gonna try to do right now is just focus on like fantasy, romance, mystery-ish, and like fiction. And we'll see where I land there. And then I'll figure out where I'm putting everything. It's gonna be a long process.
Sunlight spills on the window. The aroma of coffee fills the air. lazy cat is curled up on the sofa. Time passes so slowly as if it were hidden away. Wind gently blew across the face. Pleasant melody lingers softly in the ear. All the trouble are taken away at this moment. Oh, my Sunday, no worries but only niceness. Oh, my Sunday, as if world stands still. Only my heartbeat could be heard. Smile and laugh heartily all by myself. The sound of pages on the table being turned by the wind. The casual chat of sparrows outside the window. The leaves blown by the wind are still rustling. How melodious everything is. Just quietly enjoy this time. Oh, my Sunday, no worries but only niceness. Oh, my Sunday, as if world stands still. Only my heartbeat could be heard. Smile and laugh heartily all by myself. Tacking of the second hand, beating of the pulse. Every breath and heartbeat seem to be engraved into the memory. Today belongs only to me and time. Oh, my Sunday, no worries but only niceness. Oh, my Sunday, as if world stands still. Only my heartbeat could be heard. Smile and laugh heartily all by myself.
I feel like the selection series has to stay on the bookshelf because that was like one of the first like fantasy romance books that I loved, but I don't know if it needs to be as prominent. I also like, this is romance. It's like dystopian romance. Maybe I need a section for dystopian. I think that might help. I need a dystopian section because I also have another book series that I think falls in that. It's blanking on me now, but I have something that falls in dystopian. This is romance fantasy. Not my favorite, probably could be retired. The bottom ones are where I have issues because I kind of like just started stuffing stuff down there at some point because I didn't have enough space for all the books. I have a lot of duplicates of the Moral Instrument series, and so a lot of them are stuffed in the back. But it's like an ancient version of Divergent. The Vampire Academy series. If nothing else, I had some top tier dystopian YA books that I read when I was younger. And you can tell it hasn't been dusted in a while. But all of these, as you can tell here, half-price books. Do you remember when this used to be the price of a book? No, actually, this is criminal. If I went into the bookstore now, this says $4.99. If I went to the bookstore now for this same book, it would say 10. It would say 10. That's insane. This is fantasy. Yeah. But maybe this is where issues start coming to arise. Maybe I need a YA fantasy section and then a fantasy section, because I definitely think I have some books that are in between. Because I don't think like the Twisted branches falls into YA. But I also don't think this should be next to some of my like more fantasy, like adult fantasy books. So maybe this one goes over here. Oh, I do have a lot of the Harry Potter books. Chamber of Secrets. Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets. Harry Potter 3. Goblet of Fire. Prisoner of Azkaban. Chamber of Secrets. I don't have Order of the Phoenix. That's why this isn't matching. Okay, my favorite Harry Potter book is Half-Blood Prince. I don't know what it is about it. It just starts getting, even the movie too, it just starts getting more gritty, and I'm obsessed with this one. So this one needs to go on display. It's one of those like painted ones almost. Yeah. Then I have my duplicate versions of the Mortal Instruments. I've read them so much the book pages fell out. That's how much I've read them. I can't go back. I've really contemplated rereading it, and I think it's something that needs to stay where it was. It needs to stay in the beauty of what it was when I read it. I think it will hold up, because I think people love it, love reading it to this day. I just don't think I can handle a lot of the plot points now. I'm like, oof. It's like going back to a high school reunion. That type of vibe. I have this one. I don't think I even ever read this, but I don't think this is one I'm gonna read. I think there's some that I should like retire. Oh my gosh. My original Mortal Instruments book with the like movie cover. And then at the very end, I think it has like pictures from the movie. Honestly, they've never made a good Mortal Instruments movie ever, in my opinion. I think this one stuck more to the book than the other one, but also, like, their dad, like, well, I don't want to spoil it, but Valentine looks like he's the same age as his daughter. What was the thought process here? I was like, this does not make sense. Make this man much older. He's at least in his 50s. Why the hell is she looking the same age as a 20-year-old? It wasn't connecting. I'm like, even if he's in suspended time, that was so weird. Oh my god. Okay, then I got another copy of Six of Crows. This might be time I finally get rid of some of these extra copies. No mourners, no funerals. I never read Crooked Kingdom, and I need to do so. But I think I need to get rid of the duplicates. City of Glass, one of my favorites of the Mortal Instruments. All my duplicates. Okay. These are my first edition copies signed by Cassandra Clare. For my birthday, my mom got me like a whole bunch of them. I think it's time to move them even further into the bottom corner because they're not ones I'm like looking at on a day-to-day basis. The covers are beautiful though. Like City of Glass, you saw my very bad version. But I got a signed copy of this one. And as anyone knows, when you have the Mortal Instruments series, you have the Infernal Devices, which is everyone's favorite, including my own. And so I got this one also in signed copy. Just so... It's just too amazing. Oh, I forgot I had these. It was like miniatures for Cordelia and James. I got them when this was like when they first came out with, oh my god, was it Chain of Gold? This is when they first came out with Chain of Gold. They were doing the mini quill between Infernal Devices and the Mortal Instruments. And I like ordered this. Collectibles. I'm not even gonna pull these ones out because I'm just gonna move it directly to the bottom. I'm gonna be sneezing and coughing a bunch with the amount of dust in here. Better. I do love the Cinder series. Even clean. They vacuumed in my room and that was the extent. My favorite of the entire series was the last one, Winter. It's very good. Gotta love a Marissa Myers book. Should I flip it? I can't tell. This is another one going into the pile of YA fantasy. Also, let's discuss Red Ruby. Apparently there's a movie and I still haven't seen it. But it's basically Infernal Devices, but like even more YA. It's like I need to reread this. I never finished the series. I'm fading, people. Why did I make this decision? Why did I decide to do this? I'm so tired and I haven't even gotten through the bottom. Aurora Rising. Yeah, no. This was a good book. Never read this one. Also, fun fact about me, if there is a map in the fantasy book, I'm never looking at it. Not even when I first get it. I'm like, I just know it's not going to contextualize in my head. So I just need to read it. There is no way it's going to stick, which is actually so bad. But it's just, there's no way it's sticking. So I've got to get it. It's just like it's wasted on me. It's truly wasted on me. But they're pretty. They're pretty when I see them, but it's wasted on me. I also have to make sure which ones have the auto like signed. So I was a part of like a book, like a kind of like how you have book of the month now, but they were like a little bit more unknown authors back then, and they had signed copies of all the books, as well as like little knickknacks to go with it for the books. Like I got one, I'm gonna have it pull down in a minute. I still have the stuff with it, and it like had like a dragon with it, like a little plastic dragon or like dragon magnet and stuff like that. It was a great club, and I'm really upset they don't do that anymore. I feel like it was great for its time, and like also like people would love that today, to be able to like just get signed copies of a bunch of books. I have a bunch of signed copies of books now, which is so nice, and some of them have like turned out to be like bigger books, so it's cool. Like all of these, the entire back part of books that I'm about to bring out are basically signed copies. Like they used to come with notes from the author of like, thank you for purchasing my book, it's so nice, hope you're loving it, all that different stuff. And then it gives you a bookmark with like some like have like special things, like if you go online and you go to a specific page. It's really nice. It's a nice concept, and they should do it again. All signed copies. And that's what it was called Uppercase. Maybe I should look into if it's still a thing. Sidetrack. Just bound to be happening. My foot's getting numb. God, that was 2016? Okay, maybe that's actually insane. That's actually insane. It's all, yeah, everything, like, yeah, it's no longer in business. But everything is, and it was $23 a month. That is really good. Like, you're getting signed copies of books that are like big, upcoming. Wow. I really have to thank my parents. All of these half-price books books that I bought, and then book subscriptions, they were like, she's obsessed with it, so we might as well just like facilitate it. So I really have to appreciate them for that. But that is insane. Never read this one. I bought this saying I was gonna read it. I might still read this one. I feel like I could get behind this book. It's called Spelled. I could get behind this one. I'm shopping in my own bookshelf, which is what you should be doing instead of purchasing new ones. But I always buy ones that I've read. I don't buy books I've never read because I do have I used to have a tendency to purchase them and never read it. So it became a whole thing. I don't think I'm gonna read this one. Oh yeah, they used to come in these little bags. I used to get so excited after school coming home, like, oh, when's it? Has it arrived? Has it arrived? But this is one that I actually really like, and it has blown up recently. Well, not recently, but it's blown up in like the last 2 years. Sorcery of Thorns. It's really good. Signed copy. I need to look in to see if she's written any more books. I think she has. And I have the other book. I fear this is on me. I fear that is on me. That is on me for having not read that book. I think I purchased that one separately. No, that's actually bad. I'm looking this up on Goodreads. Oh, she did novellas. That's nice. I drive slow, just see the ghost town. Seems like I'm seeing a motif of ravens. So Autisma is training to be a Grey sister. This is for the new, like I think the most recent one she's written like in 2021. It's like Autisma is also, when I see a hard book name to read, it just becomes sounds in my head. Like I register it, but I will never say it out loud in my head. So this is this is gonna be a test. It's training to be a Grey sister, a nun who cleanses the bodies of the deceased so that their souls can pass on. Otherwise, they are raised as spirits with ravenous hunger for the living. She would rather deal with the dead than the living, who trade whispers for her scarred hands in trouble past. When her convent is attacked by possessed soldiers, Autisma defends it by awakening an ancient spirit bound by a saint relic. It's a revenant, a malevolent being that threatens to possess her the moment she drops her card. Wielding its extraordinary power almost consumes her, but death has come to Lorelei, and only a Versapatine, a priestess trained to yield a high relic, has a chance to stop it. With all knowledge of Versapatine's lost time, Autisma turns to the last remaining expert for help, the Revenant itself, as she unravels words. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just obsessed with Ray's new album. Autisma turns to the last remaining expert for help, the Revenant itself, and when a hidden evil begins to surface, she discovers that this enemy might require to betray everything she's taught to believe. I'll put this on the list. I don't know. It sounds interesting. Wicked Saints has come up. See, sneezing has started. It has come up and has a lot of like big names, like as like people who like wrote reviews for it. So I might read this one. I think I got like 20% through. And then I never finished it. Oh wait, it even still has my bookmark in the exact spot. In my exact spot, so I know where I'm picking up. This is from like 2017, 2016. And this is, I'm making a pile of like books that are like fantasy books that I only have like one of, and they're not like a series. This one I'm keeping, obviously. This one I'm keeping, and I'm trying to get to the other ones. I feel like I've seen this one. I think this is the follow-up, like, to, like, what Cinderella would be, I think, or a new retelling. I think I'll keep it and then decide for this one. Fantasy book. It's like a mini that came with one of the kits. Once more upon a time, very tiny. It's signed, so I can't get rid of it. I fear I can't get rid of the signed ones. This was also signed. Oh my gosh, this is the bookish box. Actually, this one was separate. Do we still have the bookish box? Are all of these, like, box companies gone? This one's still around. I forgot all about this. I might actually investigate this one. This sounds fun. I'll look into that one. Again, another autographed copy. Don't know when I got this one, but this is like kitty kitty. But I'm going to be keeping that. Another signed copy. Like I mentioned, every single one of these is a signed copy. Says to me, I'm not usually one for a dragon book, actually. And I think I'm realizing that with the books that I have read. I don't usually read books with dragons. It's just something about it. I don't know. Maybe I should. I just haven't. It's not my vibe. But this one, I think, was the closest to a dragon I got. And it was like a phoenix. I could not tell you the plot of this book. All I know is I enjoyed it. So I think this one will go separate in the fantasy section and not just an autographed. And I do not remember reading this book. I do not remember reading this. But I must have. Oh, it has my same name as me. Maybe I did read this. But I don't remember it. So I might reread this. And this is a book series. So that goes here. And then I got Dark Shores, which was another signed copy with Daniel J. Jensen. Okay, now all of these ones are thrown in glass. I have almost every single one of them. I'm just missing Tower of Dawn, which I really should just get at this point. I have Empire, of Storms, Queen of Shadows, Air of Fire, Crown of Midnight, and Throne of Glass. And I read all of these ones up until Queen of Shadows when I was in high school, and then I stopped because I just forgot to finish it, which was kind of a trend when I was in high school. But I read all of these ones, and then in college this last spring break, and I was working spring break, so I just was like at my dorm, like watching like the building and stuff like that. I decided I'm gonna read every single one of these books for a week straight. Monday, like it was a book, I finished a book a day of these for a week straight. It was truly one of the most proud I've ever been of my reading efforts. I'm like, if I have free time, I will finish reading it. And then obviously the psychosis that I am, I think I talked about this prior, the psychosis that I am, I then read Sunrise on the Reaping directly afterwards after the emotional trauma that is this book series. I don't know what was happening there, but definitely some not smart thought process. But let's stack these. I've got a lot of duologies. Okay, that's a big one. I think Sarah J. Maas should go higher. And then I have ACOTAR. And I don't think I'm ever gonna, I got through this far of Courts of Wings and Ruin, and I don't think I'm gonna finish it. It's just, I have a really hard time with Sarah J. Maas now. I loved, like, the first books are so amazing, and I think my favorite book series she ever made was Throne of Glass. She does so great with like the first two, and then it just starts being like, where are you going with this? This just feels like it's never ending, and I need an end point for it to work. And so I fear I'm never gonna finish this, and this probably doesn't need to be on display, so this might go into the back. And the only one I didn't get to in the, oh my god, literally dust everywhere. The only one I didn't get to when I was reading Throne of Glass was Assassin's Blade, just because I didn't think I'd be able to handle that mentally after all of that. So maybe I'll get to it this time, but I need to get Tower of Dawn in this specific, so I want it in this exact edition so it all matches. I need to get Tower of Dawn. And I'm missing one more. And I couldn't tell you. There was a lot. Oh. I don't really know what I was thinking here, but I was very much obsessed with like historical novels when I was younger. I did love this one, and I think I should finish it. It's like a YA City of like Ash Princess and then Lady of Smoke. It's giving, like, what's a good equation of this? I would say, oh yeah, maybe a little bit of Throne of Glass vibes. It definitely gives that, especially with like the mine aspect. honest. But I think I'm gonna finish this one. I think that'll be good. I'm finding a lot of good, like, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I have a bunch of options now. Okay. Oh my god, just dust. I'm so complaining. And then there's an entire bookshelf dedicated to Ally Carter, and I can now add the Ally Carter book that I just read. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. This is just this is full circle moment, honestly. The blonde who came in from the cold, full circle on the shelf for Ally Carter. And I think that I have the perfect spot for it. Perfect spot for it. I think I'll move it, but it's actually full circle moment. That's beautiful actually. Because this is mystery. I've read every one of her series except for I read all the Embassy books. The only one I didn't, I actually put this in the wrong order. Because it was all Fall Down and then it was these three. The only one I didn't read was the like Heist series, and that just wasn't me. I read every single one of them except for Heist. But okay, this is when I start losing space. I just randomly have a Peter Pan book. Maybe I'm going insane. So we're just gonna set this to the side right now. I have two of the Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I didn't buy the last one. Happy I didn't. Worst ending on the planet. As someone who freaking loves a good YA, like, mystery like that, that one really irks me. I thought I had Truly Devious. Am I insane? Maybe I only have the first one. This is also good for me because I'm forgetting what I actually own. I thought I had more of these. The Truly Devious, and then the Studying Charlotte series, which I don't think gets talked about enough. It was very good. It was basically Sherlock Holmes, Watson retelling, but if Sherlock Holmes was a girl named Charlotte. So Studying Charlotte, so like Studying Pink, The Question of Holmes, The Case for Jamie, The Last of August, all that kind of stuff. Maybe I should reread this. And it was a Brittany Calavier. I read a few of her other books too. Very nice. Mystery. Oh, my knees. I don't want to get dust all over me, but my little tiaras. And then I have all these turtles that I got from vacations. Anywhere there's a beach, I get a mini turtle. Let me put all the knickknacks up here. I used this one reading for school. Les Miserables. I saw the play. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I gotta go see Les Miserables on London West End. It was one of the best experiences of my life. It was so beautiful. The theater was amazing. The overall just experience of it all was so magnificent. Those actors and actresses could sing so incredibly. I got chills throughout the entire thing. I'm such a musical theater nerd. I don't think I've talked about this on the channel. I'm a musical theater nerd. if there was something going on Broadway or West End, I probably know about it. I will be tuning into the Tonys every single year. I watch videos, bootleg videos on TikTok of the performances. I follow the Broadway stars and West End, who's on it, who's auditioning for what, up and comers. It's a whole thing for me. But love that. And I love singing them for myself. Wouldn't ask me to sing in front of anyone else. Suck at singing, I think. But I'll take my singing in the shower version. But you could drop me into Les Miserables, the musical, and I could find my way out. I could finish it out. But I think this one's probably going to go up with the oldies. I have a section for oldie books. Let's see. I don't want to lose my area to sit. Some more oldies that I never got to, but I probably should read. And this should go more on the fiction section. Oh, my knees. Oh. You know what? Perfect. Much better on my knees. But my first ever Kristen Hanna book. So a little backstory on this. I got this from a Scholastic book fair when I was in middle school. Which is honestly kind of scary. Because I was great friends with our librarian at my school, and so I'd go to the book fair every single year, even when I was out of elementary school. And I was advanced, obviously, well, not obviously, but I was advanced in reading, and so I would just go to like whatever section and find books. And I saw this and I was like, Mom, I really think this is interesting, I should read it. But it was like in the adult section, you know, like the adult section they set out for like the parents when the kids are browsing the book fair. And I was like, I can totally read this. If you've ever read a Kristen Hanna book, if you've ever heard of The Nightingale, reading that at a young age, ooh, emotional damage, emotional pain still haunts me from this book. Yeah, I just remember sitting in silence once it was done and staring at the wall being like, is anything happiness? Is anything joy? Absolutely insane. But it saying soon to be motion picture there in 2016, 2017, and it's just now starting to film, is insane. In 2026. 10 years later, it's just now starting to film. And they were attached to the project then. Like, Elle Fanning and Dakota were both attached to the project then. It's been 10 years. This is insane. But, anyways, I'll put this with the woman. About this prior. I read this one again because I read it when I was really much younger, and it was Europa editions because originally in French, and I never got to finish it, and so reread this one and then got the and then read the second. I need to get the second one in like book version, and honestly I can start reading the third. I think it's on not Kindle Unlimited, but it's on Libby, so I can look that up too. Goes to fantasy, it should be prominently displayed. Dragonfly, never bought to. Probably could be hidden. Lovely War. This is one I bought at Half Price Books years ago. I love how that tells you. Actually, it was 20, maybe not 20, 10/31/20. I don't know. Maybe that's just the time. But I got this years ago, never read it. I was watching a YouTube video with Destiny Sidwell, and she picked up this book and she was like, this was just so deep and emotional. I loved it. And I was like, isn't that the book I have in my bookshelf? I don't even have to buy it. And I read it and it was really heartbreakingly beautiful. And it's really nice knowing I have it like in physical copy now. And I didn't even have to. Just shopping on the bookshelf. I really should do that more. This is like a standalone fantasy romance, but I think this still goes into romance. Famous Last Words, and never read it. Got it with my Book of the Month membership that I have since canceled. But I might read it. We'll see. This goes into mystery. Oh my god, I still have it! I knew I still had this copy! I knew I still had this copy. We watched, well, I didn't force them, but we watched We Are Liars when it came out this last year, and I obviously knew it was gonna happen because I read it when I was way younger, but they didn't, and I had to like keep it a secret the entire time. And when it got to the end, they were like, how the fuck, like, what in the world did I just watch? Sobbing. I was still sobbing, even though like never seeing it like in a movie, like TV shows, sobbing uncontrollably. And I was like, keep this in mind. I read this, and books are so much more emotionally painful than like TV shows, I would say, like in like the adaptation version, because you hear everyone's inner thoughts. And literally, I was like, keep in mind I read this at the ripe old age of 15 or 16, and they were like, what the fuck were you reading? And I was like, I don't know. No one was managing this. No one managed it. I was just reading whatever I wanted. I was going to the Half Price Books and picking it up, and no one asked any questions. Like, truly, this should have been like maybe at like high school level, like a little bit higher in high school. I should have been reading this. But oh my god, I knew I had it. I was like looking everywhere for it after we finished it. I was like, I think I still have this copy. Because, oh my god. That is insane. Oh my god. Insane. Insane. I knew I had this copy. I knew. What, like, this doesn't even have a category. This is thriller, I guess. This goes into thriller. This is also a thriller. I liked this one. I think I read this in high school. No, college. And I read a few of these ones. I can't remember that. This one gave the same vibe, but I read a lot of her books, and I love her writing. Like, it's really good YA, like, mystery. More. The Inheritance Games. I read the original 3 and stopped because that's where it should have stopped, in my opinion. everyone to each their own, but in my opinion, it should have stopped with the original 3, and then we can continuing another thought process. If one thing about me, I love Jennifer Lynn Barnes. If you've never read Little White Lies and you thought all of her books were like I don't even know, if you've never read this book, you have missed out. It truly, debutante mystery, murder mystery, crazy good. Like I finished this book and had no idea where it was going. But it's very good. I still remember walking around halfway through picking this up. I'm very much a person who judges books by their cover. In my opinion, if you can't put the effort into the cover, what effort did you put into the book? And so some things jump out at me. The Little White Lies, I don't know, just really jumped out at me. And it's also, back then, was like freeform books. Like some of my favorite book series, like the Ally Carter one was published by Disney Hyperion. And I was like, okay, I know those people, like that sticks in my head. Also, The Naturals came to be and is one of my favorite like murder mystery YA series to this day. And it's so funny to think that it all started with these books, because I read these ones way before I ever picked those ones up. Insane. And they're coming out with a new one like as a follow-up to it. It's really cute. First time caller. And back to you. I really like this one. I'm excited to read it. I still haven't read it yet. I got this one at Waterstones. This one goes with romance series. Okay. This is my entirely romance shelf. If you can't tell, I read a lot of Pride and Prejudice aspects. Shannon Hall. I think I've read one of her books before. I might pick this up. Windfall. Cute. Don't need it. Pride and Prejudice. Scholastic. Thank God. If there was a Pride and Prejudice adaptation book when I was younger, I read it. I read it to my heart's content. It literally, you couldn't stop me. You could not have stopped me. Which is so bad. Oh my god, but Elizabeth Gilbert too. I've got a lot of signed copies of her books, just like on accident, which is nice because I read every single one of her books when I was younger. She was very much like a book, like an author who like was like girl empowerment, and I loved all of those. It was like romance, but also like you aren't. Romance isn't everything. It was really nice. This one I don't remember reading, but I can definitely not have. The Interns, don't remember as much. This one I probably could retire. Honestly, I read this book by Jennifer Peel, which is basically the same thing. Creature of Habit. That was a cute one. Like all of these, like The Lonely Hearts Club and the follow-up, We Can Work It Out, Revenge of the Girl with a Great Personality. She wrote some really good books, and my favorite book on the planet from her was The Lonely Hearts Club. And one, because I love the Beatles, and two, I didn't even realize it. I realized it years later when I was reorganizing my bookshelf. And I found her signature with love from me to you, Elizabeth Yulberg, on inside. And this is at Halfers Books. And I was like, this is actually insane. It's fate. It's fate. This is why, great author, fate that I have all the books. Keeping it. And more. This one's cute. I have too many, and I don't know where I'm gonna put them all. I have Intermezzo. I did not get through it. I don't know if I will, but I will keep the book. This is where we start drifting into more recent books. Well, recent, you can say, like freshman year of college. You'd Be Mine was a great book. I should find if she, like, wrote more books. More shopping. Yeah. She's written a lot more books. I really love this one. A new romance author to look into. Well, not new, but an oldie. Perfect. These two were on such a... There's a line in The Royals, specifically by Rachel Hawkins. I have a few for other books somewhere on my bookshelves. But there's a line in this book that just, like, you know it's a good book that makes you laugh. That just gets you. There's a line, it's like, he's looking at her, they're having a conversation, and he looks up to the sky and she thinks in her head, he's thinking, what did I do in a past life to have to deserve this? And I'm just like, it is too funny because he's like, I hate my life. What did I do in a past life for this to be what's happening to me? And it's just so funny. But things like that, and like the music, and like it has like a playlist attached for the UP Mine too. It's very nice. 5 feet apart. Insane. This was such a point in time where I read it and then it had the movie pictures in it. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. I knew I had more Emily Henry. I was like, am I insane? I knew I own more than this. Now I have to go to the third bottom of the pile. I actually have 3 or 4. That's insane, actually. I have this one by Emily Henry, People We Meet on Vacation. It's actually, I truly could not tell you. I read them all. I brought both of these on vacation with me. And I am yet to figure out which one I read. It was like 2012. Now, it's all empty, it's all a clear space. I have to figure out how I want this. I'm thinking one side romance, other side fantasy. And I think that should work. I'm also gonna preemptively stack some of these in the back because it's so deep I can stack them. So the ones I don't want to see as much on display, I just stuff into the back. And some of them are also going to go up onto the bookshelf over there by my chair. So that's also... think keep my more recent ones up top, less recent ones down bottom. So more recent for me is Outlander. But I don't know if I want to display Outlander here. I kind of like how I have Outlander on my bookshelf. Maybe I should stack that. I'll stack the ones that I'm gonna want on the mini shelves and then put this. I think these ones can go here in a large stack for Sarah J. Maas. And then put Spark of the Everflame, Glow of the Everflame next to it. And when I get the third book, then that will go there. But I can put a placeholder for right now as Winter Smiles. I don't love the color mesh. We'll see. I think all of my Discovery of Witches will go onto the shelf there. I think Vampire Academy can stay where it was. The very bottom. And then Mystery can kind of go in the center. I did get rid of a few, so that makes it a little bit easier.
Sunlight spills on the window. The aroma of coffee fills the air. Lazy cat is curled up on the sofa. Time passes so slowly as if it were hidden away. Wind gently blew across the face. Pleasant melody lingers softly in the ear. All the trouble are taken away at this moment. Oh, my Sunday, no worries but only niceness. Oh, my Sunday, as if worlds stand still. Only my heartbeat could be heard. Smile and laugh heartily all by myself. The sound of pages on the table being turned by the wind. The casual chat of sparrows outside the window. The leaves blown by the wind are still rustling. How melodious everything is. Just quietly enjoy this time. Oh, my Sunday, no worries but only niceness. Oh, my Sunday, as if worlds stand still. Only my heartbeat could be heard. Smile and laugh heartily all by myself. Tacking of the second hand, beating of the pulse. Every breath and heartbeat seem to be engraved into the memory. Today belongs only to me and time. Oh, my Sunday, no worries but only niceness. Oh, my Sunday, as if worlds stand still. Only my heartbeat could be heard. Smile and laugh heartily all by myself. lazy cat is curled up on the sofa. Time passes so slowly as if it were hidden away. Wind gently blew across the face. Pleasant melody lingers softly in the ear. All the trouble are taken away at this moment.
I'm not sure how this is gonna work.
My Sunday, no worries but only niceness. Oh, my Sunday,
Oh,
as
Lord, I
if
don't know how I'm gonna
world
do this.
stands still. Only my heartbeat could be heard. Smile and laugh heartily all by myself. The sound of pages on the table being turned by the wind. The casual chat of sparrows outside the window. The leaves blown by the wind are still rustling. How melodious everything.
I don't know what to do. Those ones will be on the shelf up there. What I do need to worry about is all of these romance ones that are somehow going to fit in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cubbies. And if I'm going to display them all or not. That's the thing, I don't have to display them all, they can just be here. Just have more bookshelves. This wouldn't be an issue. Okay. A lot of these ones are new. Newer ones go to the top, older ones go to the bottom. I'll tell you, this is stressful. This is stressful, guys. It's like that TikTok sound. In this moment, she knew. She fucked up. Me.
Sunlight spills on the window. The aroma of coffee fills the air. Lazy cat is curled up on the sofa. Time passes so slowly as if it were hidden away. Wind gently blew across the face. Pleasant melody lingers softly in the ear. All the trouble are taken away at this moment. Oh, my Sunday, no worries but only niceness. Oh, my Sunday, as if world stands still. Only my heartbeat could be heard. Smile and laugh heartily all by myself. The sound of pages on the table being turned by the wind. The casual chat of sparrows outside the window. The leaves blown by the wind are still rustling. How melodious everything is. Just quietly enjoy this time. Oh, my Sunday, no worries but only niceness. Oh, my Sunday, as if world stands still. Only my heartbeat could be heard. Smiling laugh.
But it's where I'm gonna leave it for now because I'm getting too tired. Yeah, I figure I've done too much. But I think having it all here gives me a general idea of where I want to move it all later on. And I think it's good to have some gaps because some I'm getting more of when the series finish. So that'll be nice. Now I have to do the other shelf, unfortunately.
As if world stands still, only my heartbeat could be heard. Smile and laugh heartily all by myself.
When you really think about it, there's a lot of red motif when it comes to fantasy novels. There's a lot of red. What's your order? Calamari.
Sunlight spills on the window. The aroma of coffee fills the air. Lazy cat is curled up on the sofa. Time passes so slowly as if it were hidden away. Wind gently blew across the face. Pleasant melody lingers softly in the ear. All the trouble are taken away at this moment. Oh, my Sunday, no worries but only niceness. Oh, my Sunday, as if world stands still, only my heartbeat could be heard. Smile and laugh heartily all by.
This is probably not the final, but this is what this is looking like. I'm not in love with it, but I can't think of what to change it with right now. And then these shelves. So I'm doing more recent romance reads at the top. So like ones I haven't even read yet, Emily Henry, some miscellaneous Catherine Center books, and then this is fantasy leading back into some more romance. I tried going like color for romance, and then I have murder mystery, thriller, then I have some more fantasy ones that I love the most, and then start drifting down into a little bit older YA. And then at the very bottom I have more YA, and then the Oral Morgan Instrument series, because that's not going to fit anywhere. I need to fit this one. Then I have some more romance YA that I loved. Then I have the Alec Carter series. And then I have some more like historical fiction, like just normal literature. And then I have some thriller, and then more fantasy. Final result for right now. It is nice not having all of them stacked to the top. I finally have space, but it makes it look so empty, so I gotta put something up there now. But I like it. I think I'm definitely gonna be tweaking it over the next few weeks, but we're at a good stopping point. I'm just happy it's not all on my floor anymore. All in all, it was very productive. I'm happy that I got this stuff done. I really didn't think I would. I was like, halfway through, I was like, I don't think I can keep going. I'm way too tired right now, and I just want to sleep. I literally just wanted to sleep. But I got it all done today, so then I can literally rest with some Smoothie King and do nothing tomorrow. So that's kind of where I'm at. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Listening to some Olivia Dean. And gonna go get some food and chill. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day and weekend. And I'll check back with you guys next week.